Watch Raider here, man. Raider Nation for life. What's up, everybody? Just chilling on today, watching a little bit of college football, man. Getting ready for that Ravens game tomorrow. Trying to get a win. You know, go 3-1. We can move on from there. But the subject of this video, man, was a little idea I had, man. Actually, for a little while, man. Just something I've been wanting to talk about. And, you know, got much love for Al Davis for sure. You know, he was a king. You know, he made a lot of good choices. You know, him running the Raiders, you know, especially early, you know, earlier in his career. But later in his ownership and running of the Raiders, you know, he made mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake. But I just doing a little research, just kind of looking back to different situations, man, and I just, you know, start writing a few things down, and, you know, I just wanted to make a video about it, just you know, for some of the Raider Nation members, you know, the younger members who, you know, really don't know the whole story, and some of the reasons why, you know, the Raiders pretty much after that Super Bowl, man, like 85, Al just started making mistakes, man. He just started making mistakes, man. You know, blunders, pretty much, you know. But I got about 8 mistakes that he made, pretty much kind of like late in his career, you know, owning the Raiders and running the Raiders and, you know, everything like that, and making all the decisions. So, first, I'm going to start, man, basically, let's start number 8. Desmond Howard. You know, I mean, he was a great player in college, but he didn't do nothing for us on the field. I mean, nothing really, you know, getting Desmond Howard. You know, he was a big disappointment to me personally. But, yeah, getting Desmond Howard, Lamont Jordan, Larry Brown, Aaron Brooks, disaster. Picking up Javon Walker and giving him all that money, giving him that big old contract, and you know, just wasting the spot on the squad. Money tied up, we couldn't get other players, you know, that was just as good or better for a cheaper price. You know, all our money tied up, Javon Walker, and he not playing. So, you know, those free agent signings, you know, kind of stick with me. D'Angelo Hall too, but D'Angelo Hall wasn't a free agent signing. He was traded to the Raiders, but he was just a straight fool. 8 games. I was like, come on, man. You know, just totally wasting a spot on the roster, and we got money tied up. You know, to me, that's a bad free agent acquisition. Also, hiring Lane Kiffin. We got Lane Kiffin. That was a bad deal, man. That was a bad deal. That was just some total bullshit right there. Next, trading away John Gruden to the damn Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we see what happened with that bullshit. Yeah, that was a bad decision. Now that you tripped out on that one, man. I hated that. I was pissed. Letting John Gruden go like that, man. Now the most fucked up mistake that Al Davis made, to me, was letting Marcus Allen go to the Kansas City Chiefs, man. And then he wrecked on us and came back and killed us. You know, I just couldn't understand. I understand we had Bo Jackson, but why the hell was Marcus Allen the fullback, man? I was like, man, you know, I hated that, man. Like, wow, that stuck with me for a long time, man. But, you know, those are pretty much all the mistakes as far as free agent signings and just mistakes that you shouldn't have made, Al. But, you know, just something to look back on, you know, and just be like, damn, that was some bullshit. But now, I got a second part to this. I want to get to the drafts. You know, Al Davis drafts. Now, Al Davis was a good drafter, bro. Early, like I say, in his Raider career, man. You know, running the team. He was great. He was great. But around 83, 84, moving on, he started to get worse and worse and worse with his first round draft picks, man. He was just not looking at the board, the draft board, and picking good players. I mean, he was just, I don't know. I'm gonna name a lot of offensive players too. Like there's not any tackles or offensive linemen. Like I understand we need all those players, but I'm just looking at the players and like what they turned out to be, and I'm looking at who we picked. But first of all, I'm gonna start in 1983. We picked Mosbar, right? Right, Mosbar. But guess who we could have picked or should have picked? Dan Marino. We could have picked Dan Marino in '83. It's fucked up, man. I was a baby then, but damn, man, why you didn't pick Marino? What was wrong with Marino? What was wrong with him? But then we go to '86. We picked up Bukowski, and we could have picked Ernest Givens. We could have picked Pat Swilling. We could have picked Webster Slaughter. You know, those three players had decent NFL careers, way better than Bukowski. But we should have picked, you know, one of those three. To me, '87. In '87, we picked Clay, but we could have picked Haywood Jeffries. We could have picked Jim Harbaugh. We could have picked Mark Ingram, or we could have picked Christian Okoye. You know what I'm saying? I'm like. But yeah, '91, we picked Tom Marinovich. I was kind of split on this because Tom Marinovich wasn't a bad pick at that time, you know, that year. Because I remember that draft. That was one of the first drafts I watched. I watched the 1990 draft, but the '91 draft was the first draft that I really checked out. Because I knew Tom was going to be in the draft because I was a Trojan fan, so I was just trying to see where he's going to go. And I was kind of hoping he would go to the Raiders. So I'm not going to say that was a bad pick at the time, but I'm going to name two players we could have picked and we would have had success. We could have picked Brett Favre and we could have picked Ricky Waters. So, hey, you know, '91 was something else. Then '93, man, we picked Patrick Bates. But you know who we could have picked? Who got picked way lower down the line? Michael Strahan. Could have picked Michael Strahan. You know what I'm saying? Man. Also, 1999, we picked Stinchcomb. We could have picked Dre Bly. We could have picked Antoine Winfield. We could have picked Kevin Falk. And we could have picked Patrick Kearney. We could have picked one of them. And they would have had a better career than Stinchcomb. So yeah, so now moving on to the 2000s. Now this is where it got kind of bad. It got real bad. 2001, we picked Derek Gibson. We could have picked Reggie Wayne, Drew Brees, or motherfucking Chad Johnson. Fuck. Okay, let's go to 04. Robert Gallery. Oh man, we missed big. There was so many players in that draft we could have picked. I'm gonna name two. And he probably still would be alive if the Raiders would have picked him. I think. Sean Taylor, Big Ben. Now, if he would have played for the Raiders, Sean Taylor would have had a house in Oakland. And he would have been there, and none of that bullshit would have happened. But I'm just saying, missed out on Sean Taylor and Big Ben Roethlisberger. Ow, you didn't see nothing in Big Ben? Oh, man. All right, now I'm going to go to 2009. Oh, my God. I was real pissed at this draft. Because I know who I wanted. I wanted Michael Crabtree or Jeremy Maclin. Yeah. But no, we picked Darius Haywood-Bay. Or we could have picked Brian Arakpo, Brian Cushing, Malcolm Jenkins. I mean, man, it was some good players in that draft. But I'm going to go to 2010, the last and final draft that Al Davis, when he picked and I was just pissed. I was pissed. I was like, oh my God, we missed. We picked Rolando McClain, but what he doing now? Nothing. We could have picked Earl Thomas, T.J. Ward, Gronkowski, Sean Lee, and over like 25, 30 other players that's still playing in the NFL right now and making impacts on their teams. So, Al missed on some drafts, man. He hit on some drafts like Charles Woodson, Osi Mawai. He hit on them drafts. Jamarcus Russell was a good pick. McFadden was a good pick. That's why they not on this list, because they were all good picks at that time. But I just want to talk about a few of the misses, man. You know, because I was doing a little research and I just was putting a little list together, and I was just like, wow, man, damn, you know. But much love to the Davis family. Much love to Al. We love you, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just look back, man. You just say, man, wish I could have that one back, man. Just gotta have that one back, man. The players that we pick, I don't see what you saw in them players, man. We missed out on some good players, man, to help build this team moving forward, man. You know, and we just now starting to build this team. That's what I'm saying. It took us that long because some of these drafts we missed. We missed. And then we had money tied up in fucking players that wasn't doing shit. So them combination of mistakes factors killed the Raiders years later, and it hasn't been fixed until last season, last 2 seasons, really, last 3 seasons, whatever. You know what I'm saying? As long as Reggie then came in, it started to change. So, Raider Nation for life, man. It's just, man. That's why we gotta just go on this run, man. We gotta just turn our whole history around, man. You know what I'm saying? Because Al made some bad choices in the end, bro, at the end. He made some bad choices, man. But yeah, much love to everybody out there, man. Get ready for the game tomorrow, man. Good luck to all the Raider Nation, man. Good luck to the Raiders, man. Gotta whoop that ass, man. Get ready for these division opponents, man. You know, because we still chasing right now, man. We still chasing. So Raider Nation for life, man, and I'm out.